in all honesty, I am excited because you were talking about like Prominence Burn is a super cool move. I am genuinely interested to see if we get to see Deco pull off like United States of Smash. I was saying Deku. Don't
Deco.
even
Deco.
don't even start with me, Travis. You piece of shit. Swear to God.
He threw something at the camera.
Yeah, because you got me all flustered and frustrated.
He's just gone.
I didn't say anything.
One time Josh tries to talk and chime into this stream.
There's a lesson for you kids. If it doesn't work, just close everything and eventually it will work.
If it doesn't work, just quit.
Just quit. Do it again. If it doesn't work again, well, that's why Dad left. Happy holidays, everybody.
It's okay, you have 2 Christmases now.
Unless your dad actually left and he never wants to see you again.
Yeah.
Then you have one depressing Christmas.
Wouldn't blame him, because look at all this. You couldn't mess with somebody with all these volumes of Chainsaw Man, the manga.
Yeah. We should have wore our Christmas sweaters. Damn it! I'll be right back.
Actually,
I'll use it.
Christmas sweaters.
I don't
mine's
have
all the way
Christmas
up in my
sweater.
room.
What the frick is he talking about?
I don't own a Christmas sweater.
I have a Lord of the Rings one that I wore yesterday from box lunch, but I don't feel like running all the way up to put that
God damn
on.
it, Trav. Now I really want to show what I'm gonna get. What I got you for Christmas. You just showed all your fucking Chainsaw Man manga.
Look at all the manga I have.
Fuck it.
Try
I'm
to
gonna do it.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Shy
I remember
guy.
what you got. Yeah. Do it, Mitch. Yeah.
See.
What the fuck is that?
I think Mitch just shit his britches.
Jeez.
Gee,
That's incredible, bro.
Mitch, are you sure you want to sit down, bro? You sure you don't want to go to the bathroom real quick just to double check?
Holy shit.
Because holy smokes, man.
Amazing.
Like, I had to take a couple breaths. That's how long it was.
Okay.
Fucking the fart was so noxious that they just melted the hair off his head.
Yeah.
What are we opening up, Mitch?
Well, I'm showing Trav what I got him for Christmas because I've already given you 2 your gifts and I haven't given Trav his yet. And he just showed off all his Chainsaw Man manga.
Yeah.
But now I have to get it out of its packaging that it was shipped in.
Yeah. Show us the full sweater, Yusuf. Show us the full.
This is a little bit of ASMR. 5 minutes, right?
Ugh. Ooh. Is that Boruto?
Naruto, dude.
That's Boruto's dad. They should make
Yeah.
a show about him, dude.
He looks way too young to be Boruto's dad. Come on.
All right. You ready to see what I got you, bro?
Oh, yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, what did you get me?
I'm
Did you
just
get us?
perpetuating my own suffering with this.
Oh! Nice.
I'm just
Cromartie,
perpetuating
the
meme.
fucking manga. Is
The
that
first 2 volumes.
first 2 volumes? How many volumes were there?
There's a lot, but let me just tell you, fucking expensive. I was gonna get you the first 5, but I was like, holy shit, why do people want these so bad?
They were air
Volume like 8 is like $90. Yeah.
Oh, see?
'Cause they
And
must have
that's
stopped-
what we call quality here at this episode podcast. You can't really, experience anything better.
they
the
must
price
have
says
stopped
it all.
printing them. So now they're just super expensive.
No, I'm fucking stoked to get it now. Because, no, I've definitely, eventually I'll, when I move out of this place, I'll hopefully be able to get a shelf and start showing off all my stuff. But, yeah, I've just, in my closet, I've just had like a shelf just full of just piles of manga. So, and it's kind of a bitch to pull them out. So they've just been kind of rotting there. And I wouldn't mind to expand that collection a little bit more. That'll be the nerdiest thing I say in my entire life.
Perpetuating the bit.
Yeah, no, I'll get a stand for it, like a book stand. I'd be like, all right, let me read from you the gospel.
The gospel from Marty.
And you said,
Macareka.
Macareka.
I wonder if in the manga it says you should have read the manga or you should have watched the anime.
That'd be pretty based.
I don't know.
Mangaception.
But with that ramble, I think we should start off by saying happy holidays or happy, like, end of Hanukkah or whatever shit, whatever else you celebrate, to this episode of this episode, where tonight we are talking about episodes 120, 121, and 122 of My Hero Academia. And holy smokes, the title of this podcast is not lying. There was a lot of damage, not
People
just
got
city
messed
wise.
up.
Yeah, damage meaning characters, because holy smokes, did people get jacked up, jacked off, and just ripping,
Jacked off
tearing.
on.
Excuse me? Yeah,
Hmm?
exactly. And getting completely blown over and blown.
Especially Shigaraki, man.
Yeah, that guy got
Holy
blown, slapped,
You know
tickled.
what I thought? I remember you said a couple of weeks ago that Tanjiro in episode 10 or 11 of the Demon Slayer is the most damage you've seen in an anime character. I'm like, bitch, Shigaraki is literally a walking corpse right
He
now.
was standing there and he just wanted to use his power, and you just see like his skin just break. Just
Yeah.
And I started screaming because that was disgusting. He is just a lab experiment, just slowly falling apart because of all the damage that has been done to him.
Mm-hmm.
Brutal.
This show is so fucking good though. Oh my god, it's so good.
I always love it when Deku just goes off the walls crazy, pretty much. He's usually like a very kind-hearted person, but like when he's actually like in the fight, dude's just like breaking his arms, just blood spurting out of everywhere. He's still just trying to fight, and it's like, oh man, how you gonna sleep that off, bud? Have grandma give it a few kisses?
But the doctor said that if he gets hurt like one or two more times, he's never going to be able to use
I
one
know.
for all again.
Thank golly they remind us.
Like
for the,
4 or
for the
5
six times. Like, I get it. All right, I'm not dumb.
Well, it wasn't that he wouldn't be able to use it again. It's just that he wouldn't be able to use his arms anymore.
Yeah.
Those
If he was-
arms.
Yeah.
Which I was while I was watching it, I was like, why isn't he kicking more? I thought that was his whole thing was to kick now.
I think with his new quirk that he awakened, he needs his feet to like kind of guide him in air.
To push off in the air.
I think he's using his feet to
Move.
push him towards Shigaraki and being able to keep himself suspended in the air, because that was the whole gimmick of this fight. Shigaraki can't really use his quirk unless he's touching something, so you can't touch the fucking ground if he's in the air.
Mhm.
I'm laughing because I'm remembering the part where like he awakens like the floating quirk. From I don't remember which user it was. Was it the fourth one or
The
seventh?
floating quirk is the 7th.
Seventh.
It was the one before All Might.
Yeah,
It was
All Might's
Shigaraki's
mentor.
grandma. Shigaraki's grandma.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was her
Okay.
quirk.
Yeah, and then so he uses that, and he's got Black Whip, and he's like, "All right, everyone's coming up in the air with me." He just fucking lifts everybody up,
Yeah.
and then he's like, "Oh fuck, y'all too heavy. No, y'all going back down.
yeah,
You're going
sit
back
your
down."
fuck up.
Yeah.
He just drops everybody. It was like super cool for a minute, but like I didn't know what he was gonna do if everyone up in the freaking air.
I
I
just
know
assumed
Shigaraki for sure, but
I just assumed he picked everyone up just in case Shigaraki was able to touch the ground, because then that means everyone's dead. But
Mhm.
yeah, I don't know.
yeah.
So then-
Go ahead, Josh.
No, it's unrelated to that. So finish your thought first.
I was gonna say that along the lines of what Trav was saying about seeing how Deku's like usually composed, super kind-hearted, and then you just see him just snap. Yeah, I like how tactical he is during his fights and how he analyzes the fights and the enemies and all that stuff. But then I also like when he just loses his shit and he just has no no thoughts about or second thoughts about whatever consequences come from just using 100% of his power. So I like seeing both parts of it, but you can just tell how desperate he was.
What I liked about Deku losing his cool during this fight is normally you see an main character lose his shit and he just fucking loses all capabilities of rational thought. Deku in this one, he's like, okay, I need to keep him away from Aizawa. I need to lift everyone off the floor. And this entire time, he's pissed and he's crying. And I'm like, I like how they moved him from a character that just screams smash to a character that uses strategy with his rage. And he was saying, turn this rage into power while he was holding Shigaraki down. So it's like, Deku was climbing very high on the characters I like.
You even see the people that were supporting Aizawa, just like that one, the one dude with the glasses and like the bushy hair. He's like, I've already recognized him as a hero a long time ago. Yeah. So I think I don't know, he's shining really good here, and it was like a super cool stretch of episodes I didn't want to stop watching. But
I know,
dude. The next oh my god,
I'm jealous of Mitch because I know he's been continuing to watch. I'm jealous.
Oh my god.
I didn't want to because I was worried. I was genuinely worried that if I kept watching, I might accidentally fucking say a spoiler because I'd be so excited to talk about.
That's what I'm worried about.
everyone dies. It's fine.
And shouts
Aaron
out
wins.
to Deku for helping us all to learn the states. Wyoming smash, Texas smash. This is great for kids everywhere.
I
honestly.
absolutely love the shot where they're sending like Bakugo and all of them are like escorting Endeavor up to Shigaraki, and you just see Bakugo's face when he looks at Midoriya, and he sees him as like he has like the flashback for like the 20th time of when they were kids, and then it does like a little smoke thing, and it just shows Midoriya where he is now, and he's just both arms broken. His like eyes are just pure rage and just blood going everywhere all around him. He just looks like a savage, like a beast. And then Bakugo is just like, damn.
I love the way they're handling Bakugo in the anime.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
it's not in your face, but like you'll see when they jump to go save Aizawa, Bakugo is a step too slow, and he's just like, you can see that he's pissed because Midoriya was there faster, and you can see him just watching Midoriya continuously get higher and higher and higher and further away from him. He's just like trying to handle that, and I love the way they're handling him. So fucking good, such a good character, man.
I agree with that, and I'm starting to gain like a whole new appreciation for Bakugo because he was like,
get ready.
Get ready. What I don't know if that's like a good get ready or like a sarcastic get ready, but like,
dude, Bakugo is the one character in this show that like he starts off like just a complete jackass, and he is just
has, like,
my
the most
god,
redeeming arc for
they
his
just
whole...
I mean, later on in the manga they definitely spend more time with him and exploring that avenue, and it's just the payoff with keeping this character relevant in the show is so good, I think. And I'm excited to see that in like 10 years when that gets animated.
We're not that far away. There's only like 2 arcs in between that.
Fine, 25. Sorry.
So the thing that I was going to ask about, so did the Jet Boots, the old guy, did he train the one who had One for All before All Might and All Might? Or like, how are they related? Because they were like on the roof together.
They're friends.
The one that had
just friends. Okay.
So Shinomura, or I forgot her name, but they like worked together, and I think she trained him. He trained All Might, and then All Might trained Deku.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Because you mentioned that she's like Shigaraki's grandma, yeah. And then for a sec there, my brain was like, wait, did they?
No.
And I was like, I don't remember that being talked about. No. So I needed some clarification on how that was all related.
I felt so bad. Say what?
That like did they explicitly say that she was a grandma, or has it just been implied the entire time?
They've said it.
Yeah. I felt so bad for Shigaraki when he was fighting Gran Torino, and Gran Torino's like, your existence causes all of us pain. I was like, man, fuck, shit. Just a kid. It's not his fault. It's not his fault he was born.
Yeah.
No.
No,
and with a power that made him
and he got
slowly but surely hurt everyone that he
Mm-hmm.
loved on purpose or on accident.
Dude, man, like My Hero, like it was a good show the first couple seasons, but now like the actually brilliant writing of all these characters is starting to push through with just the cool plot. And it's just like there's so many good characters. Like Shigaraki's fucking amazing. Deku's pretty good. Bakugo's amazing. Endeavor's amazing. Like so many good characters. And they're all individually their character arcs are so good.
I'm just like having flashbacks to you guys saying Todoroki like does jack shit, and like nothing made me like more disappointed than him finally showing up to the fight, and then Endeavor being like, "Tend to the wounded," and he's like, "Okay, Papa." They just
Yeah.
fucking just
Cool,
go,
cool me
and he's like,
down.
here's an ice cube, and he
Yeah,
just fucking
yeah.
burns
Well,
right
okay.
through it.
They pull like a
It's-
little switch on his like belt or some shit, and he just becomes an ice dispenser.
It's I don't know. Shoto can't compete right now because if he tried to keep up with Deku and Endeavor, he would get fucking. There's no shot he keeps up with them.
Yeah,
Like he's not strong enough yet.
yeah.
Definitely not fast enough. But
He just has to be a support for Endeavor right now. Cool him
Mhm.
down.
Endeavor's so fucking cool, man. So fucking dope.
Plus Ultra. Was it?
One of my favorite scenes, and it's a very small scene, but it's when the start of episode 120 when Shigaraki like takes Endeavor to the ground and he's standing over Endeavor. He's like, "Which hand did you raise, number one? Was it your right or left?" And he's doing the Endeavor pose on top of Endeavor, and I was like, "Fuck, Shigaraki's such a badass."
No, and then Endeavor's just laying there like, well, that's going in my my depression shower. I'm gonna cry about that one later.
I'll be talking to my therapist about this.
Mm-hmm. Dude, Gran Torino though got absolutely bodied.
Yeah, he got his leg crushed, got his sternum crushed.
Yeah, and then
It's bad.
Let's just fucking talk about it.
It's just
These top 5 greatest scenes in anime, I think, ever. Is Aizawa.
dude,
That
Aizawa
was so
is
fucking cool,
such
dude.
a Chad, dude. So Shigaraki gets held back by like a bunch of heroes, like the dragon lady girl, and then Shigaraki was able to like shove his hand through like her hand or some shit and was able to shoot off one of those like anti-quirk things. So if that was gonna hit Aizawa, he would have lost his quirk. Thus, the eraser quirk would have got taken out of the picture. But everyone's screaming, everyone's freaking out. Shigaraki bites Deku's arm.
Yeah, and it bites it in a 100% smash. Too.
Yeah.
While it's doing that.
And
yeah.
So then it
somehow
just,
his teeth survive.
It just barely like hits Aizawa's leg, and then we're all like, "No, he's gonna lose the quirk."
They cut the episode too.
Yeah, no, that's then you have to go.
Episode.
That's the end of 120, and then then we're just like, well, now we gotta wait forever to see that. But no, literally at the start of the next episode, Aizawa just pulls out a fucking knife and just cuts his leg off. It's like,
oh my,
without hesitation, this man knew what needed to be done, dude.
Well, it's so cool too because when the dragon hero says, "Oh shit, that's a deleter bullet," you see Aizawa flip the blade in his hand because he knows if it hits me, I gotta cut something off. He was preparing for it the whole time. It's like, how the fuck do you do that?
That's just how big of a like situation they're in. Like they need him that bad.
The shittiest part too, like your heart just sank. My heart sank when you see the deleter bullet just get shot, and then it just cuts to Aizawa, and they're literally like the 3 fucking stooges. Like one's pulling them, the other guy's pushing them, and they're caught fucking slacking there, and it just doink right in the leg. And you're like, oh, dude, come on. Yeah.
And the whole build up to that moment too, when they're trying to protect him and they're thinking back to all the moments from seasons 1 and 2. Like they're building up like, oh shit, okay, Aizawa's gonna die. They're making it really emotional, and then you see the part where Midoriya is screaming, he's holding Shigaraki back, and zooms up on Aizawa's face, and the water on his eyes gets bigger because he's crying.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fucking brilliant, man! So fucking good.
Yeah, and then so after Aizawa cuts his leg off, Shigaraki has like another move where he like dashes right into him and like starts to pull
Oh
off
yeah,
his
because
face.
the pain from cutting his leg
Gnarly.
makes him wince a little bit, so it cuts off the his eraser for a split second, and Shigaraki uses that to like do like a big burst of wind or something to knock everyone away, and then he goes and rips freaking Aizawa's face off.
It's
Yeah,
like,
fucking rips his
Fucking
face off.
brutal, man.
oh my
God.
god.
He definitely wanted to decay and just straight up kill him, but that's as much as he had time for. And honestly, that's probably enough to get his face torn up and have blood pouring into his eyes.
Yeah, so Aizawa's done for the rest of this fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, unless they want to cut another one of his limbs off, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
He's just gonna be there, just a torso. Someone prop me up. Prop me up.
Did you remember when I said like, don't think of like deaths, because like in the My Hero verse, like a pro hero not being able to fight anymore is pretty much just as bad as a death. That's another death, because Aizawa's not gonna be able to fight after losing a leg and half his face. Just like Mirko, she's probably done for the long run. Hawks is probably done for the long run. So
Midnight too, right?
we don't. Well, yeah, we still haven't even talked about the class
other
1A,
battle, the whole other
other
set of
plot.
students. Yeah.
It was cute, but I was like, let's get back to the main thing.
Kirishima had a cool moment.
I'm saying it was cute and I liked it. I'm just saying, like, hey, Shigaraki and Deku are fighting over there. I want to watch that. I want to watch that.
But Momo,
Mother effer cut his leg off. I want to see how that works out. That's where my priorities went.
Yeah, no, there is a very drastic difference in intensity.
Like, yeah, they have to beat the giant guy, because if he meets up with Shigaraki, then it's just, a bomb on top of a bomb. It's like they're just gonna be literally unstoppable together. So you had Mountain Lady trying to stop him, and Momo comes up with a good plan to have one of the Class B students like uses like mud quirk to kind of slow him down, and with a big combination of quirks was able to stop the giant guy for a little bit. And her whole idea was to get like this drug or whatever, this liquid or whatever the shit it was. I don't know what it was. But if they got like a certain amount in his mouth, then he would have fell asleep, and that would have been problem solved. So yeah.
Except they accomplished their mission and then didn't do anything.
Yeah, I guess they just miscalculated, or they underestimated him, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, then what's his name? Daki, or what's the fire guy's name? Dabi. So yeah, then Dabi just lights the forest on fire. And then you have the pink girl dashing through in like a slime, like little chibi body. I'm like, what is this?
A little Fall Guys suit made of slime.
And then she completely drops the ball by dropping the goddamn elixir thing. And I'm like, out of all the moments,
what the hell was that?
Out of all the moments,
I don't know, man. I was about to say maybe she wouldn't have failed if she didn't spend 4 minutes thinking back to a random moment of her childhood.
I think if I'm remembering correctly, part of her like inspiration for being a hero was that she was like the super confident kid, and then she got into a situation where she and her friends were in trouble and got scared, and I think some hero saved them. So I think that the flashback was either trying to signify that she was like that whole thing happened because that was Gigantomachia who scared her, or that's who she was in trouble from,
Yeah.
or maybe it just reminded her of that, and it wasn't him, but it was just a very scary thing that scared her.
Yeah, that was like the whole flashback that inspired Kirishima to become a hero, because the pink girl was the one that saved the other two girls from the giant guy and got in the way and gave him directions to have him F off. So I don't know really what her motivation is to be a hero, but that was definitely Kirishima's. But speaking of Kirishima, what a goat, dude.
Here comes the clutch, man.
Dude. He is. They have definitely been hyping him up way more with the whole what the hell, the gang, the Yakuza raid. Like they had him like turn
Well,
into the
he was
wall
yeah.
when he was the intern for Fat Gum and stuff.
Well, like I said, there are like the eight, like if you in class 1A, there are like Bakugo and Deku. Then there's like Todoroki right beneath them. Todoroki and like Ochako right beneath them. And then there's like Frappy and Kirishima. Like Kirishima is definitely up there in the list of class 1A that will actually get decent screen time.
Yeah, especially Sugar Man, right?
No, fuck him. He doesn't do anything.
He eats a cake and still can't lift anything.
I'm surprised we don't see more of the speedster guy, because it seemed really cool how his like whole family has been like speedsters and just
Ida.
like yeah, the way that like his kind of like his brother was out of commission and just how all that stuff
Well,
went down
Ida had his whole freaking his own arc, so he can fuck off.
with what's his name, the hero hunter guy.
Stain.
Yeah.
Ida can fuck off for a little bit. He had his whole arc.
Okay.
Yeah. You know. Yeah, they just don't. He's not one of the main three, you know? It's just kind of a consequence, I think, because they always want to give screen time to the big three in the show. But really, it's felt more like the
big
Deku and Bakugo thing, because Bakugo knows Deku's quirk. So that like adds another level to Bakugo and in his importance to the story, pretty much.
Well, another cool thing too is that people are starting to figure it out. I think, because wasn't there a point where Endeavor's like, "How does he have 4 quirks?"
Well, and then they just kind of brush it aside. They're like, "We'll talk later."
Well, yeah, we'll talk about it later. But
you will reveal all your secrets to me.
Especially now that he's using float, and there's definitely people who remember seeing that before.
No, but man,
I guess the biggest thing is just that the whole plan with Gigantomachia to slow him down failed, and he went into his fucking super rage bulldozer mode where his jaw like went up onto his fucking forehead and a bunch of other crazy shit, and he just tore her ass through 6 or 7 or 10 cities or some shit.
Yeah,
and it's going buck wild. I don't think there's any shot that he gets stopped before he can reach Shigaraki. I think that's just gonna happen.
Poor Mom Lady, dude. She just got thrown around like a Friday night.
I wish I could get thrown around by Mount Lady like a Friday night.
You just be mangled on like her fingertips.
He's gonna paste on the side of a wall.
Hey, dude. We said we were okay with it back in like the beginning of this season with Bunny Lady. Bring it on, bro. Bring it on.
Well, no, the difference with that.
Against your wall.
Yeah, no, the difference
against your wall, it's stiffer than your towel is when it's hanging.
The difference in that is you'd be a little sore after Miracle. You'd be literally pasted on your wall after Mount Lady.
Hey, better than going out with like a fucking heart attack like most Americans. I'll take it.
Dude, you'd be plastered against the wall, stickier than your gamer goo.
Shout out to Gamer Goo, made the thumbnail. Little sponsorship.
Little
unpaid sponsorship.
Little Miracle crushed my head. What? Like a melon.
What?
Headshot, baby. What? You guys are just talking weird now.
What are you saying? That's so crazy.
Dude, you know, Bakugo is definitely a Chad. How did I'm trying not to mess up because I looked ahead in episodes. How's 122 end? Does it end with someone getting penetrated? You know?
Yeah, Bakugo had this internal reflection. He's like, and then my body moved on its own before I could even think, and he just gets fucking poked.
Yeah.
Shigaraki was gonna. Yeah, he was gonna like
Yeah,
unleash
as much as
some
Endeavor.
one for all looking ass spiky shit that was gonna hit Deku, and so Bakugo got in front of it
Yeah.
to save
Well,
Deku.
You when yeah, that's really interesting too, because the entire time Bakugo was like a lot slower. He couldn't keep up with Deku or the
I
fight.
was gonna say, did you guys realize what happened? The same thing happened to Kaminari.
Yeah, he did like that one like evolution of his thing or
Quirk
whatever.
Awakening. Yeah.
Yeah, Quirk Awakening.
Mhm.
Yeah, I thought it was also really freaky when after Endeavor gave Shigaraki a fucking bear hug, and he was a gingerbread man after the prominence
Or
The
burn.
gingerbread
He's like,
man.
how the fuck are you alive? And it was literally like a fucking burnt cracker.
Mhm.
What that was left.
Dude.
That's how you're
One little
supposed to
hair
cook your
sticking out.
marshmallows, dude. Fucking burnt.
Yeah, we know.
But Prominence Burn might be the coolest signature move in all of anime. It is so fucking cool, man.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's like holy smokes, dude. Like if you're being
Burn!
yeah, you know you're effed when he screams that after saying plus ultra. He's like plus ultra.
You're like, oh,
premonition burn. It's like, dude, I'm dead just watching this. Like, oh my god.
I'm just imagining Todoroki like being super useless, just looking up at his dad, like guy high, burning a fucking rejected boy to a burnt cracker, and then he hears him shout "Prominence burn," and then Todoroki's like,
Yay.
and he has like little icicles come out of his hand. He's like, "Prominence freeze."
He's gonna
No.
need this after the fight.
No,
Yeah.
Todoroki's like, I can use my one move I've used every time, Hellfire Punch. I mean, even Endeavor's fucking like Inferno Spider from Hell thing was fucking dope. Where he uses the fire whips and just cuts things in half. It's like,
Yeah,
oh.
but he punches with fire.
Prominence Burn is so cool, man. Ugh. But then Shigaraki's like, haha, you thought, bitch, and stabbing him in the heart.
Well, then All for One was like still in his ear saying like, all right, dog, kind of need me here. And then Shigaraki was like, the burnt gingerbread man. He's like, yeah, bet. You take over. So then All for One stabs Endeavor and then aims for Deku, but Bakugo is able to push him out of the way in time and take the hit for him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we end with our session of episodes. And man, could that be there's no bigger ass pull than that, because now we must sit here and accept the fact that we will not talk about it for like what, another 2 weeks or so. Brutal.
You could watch it, but we won't be able to talk about it until then.
The thing that's tough about like these episodes are so good, but there's not a lot happening like to talk about because it's just fighting. Like how long can we talk about fighting for? I mean, we really didn't talk anything about that whole Bakugo and All Might scene while Deku's training Float.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was.
Dude, I remember seeing the part where Bakugo was just chilling on the fucking seat like this with like the little thing up like this. And he like his the way they drew him, he just looked so fucking dinky. Like I don't know. I'm gonna find a picture of it because that shit was funny. So
I think it was basically just All Might confirming with Bakugo that Bakugo's #1 goal is to protect Midoriya. And then, because that scene happened right before Bakugo had his Quirk Awakening to protect Midoriya. So I think it was Bakugo saying, I know I didn't like him, I hated him because he was better than me without a quirk. But now I know that he is the only hope, so I'll save him no matter the cost.
Because we're good friends. F is for friends that do stuff together. You and me.
Go on.
And is for getting stabbed by All for One right in the abdomen. Bleeding out on the ground. Oh, what's up, dog?
It's not a phase, Mom.
Tell me you didn't even fucking notice that?
Yeah.
It's not a phase.
I was too busy looking at the sports shrink.
Time out.
Yeah.
Look who he looks like right now. Who trained him? Who is he an intern under?
Oh, wow. Best Genius.
Fuck
Yeah.
No
that.
way. That's crazy.
Dude.
No, that's just
Yeah.
Bakugo, dude. He's just
No,
scheming
dude.
on his
He
little
looks like best
bench.
genius to me.
Yeah,
It's me waiting for the bus when it's
he looks like a
0
fucking
degrees Fahrenheit in Wisconsin.
Yeah. Hey, good job everyone surviving that blizzard, right?
Yeah, that blizzard of totally like an inch of snow.
Not even like a
Not
quarter of an inch. We survived the blizzard of 2022, even though the wind chill was a bitch.
Yeah, bro, it was negative. Felt like negative 42.
Yeah, it was really cold.
It's not even the
Yeah.
coldest I've experienced in my life, though. That
Wow.
polar vortex a couple of years ago was worse.
Back in my day,
Back in
I'd
my
walk
day.
outside and I could snap my fingers off. That's how cold it was.
Incredible.
Little ASMR.
I don't hear any of it.
Well,
It's not picking up at
Well,
all.
my mic picks it up, so suffer people that can't hear it.
There you go.
Yeah.
I heard those last few while you were talking, it's picking it all up.
All right. But yeah, I mean, is there anything else we really need to mention about these episodes? I mean, I guess
Dude,
do we have any predictions what's gonna happen?
Okay, so like when Mina was running up in her little like slime outfit, and she had that flashback, and then it goes back to Gigantomachia or whatever his name is, about to like beat the shit out of her. Like, because Mitchell was asking for predictions. All right, who's in danger? Do you think who's gonna die next or whatever die next? Like that moment when like the hand was coming down, I swear I was like, yes, finally someone's gonna fucking go down,
Finally,
dude. And
a woman's gonna die.
Damn, bro.
yeah, that was
Wow.
fucked up on my part. That was pretty fucked up. But I was like, yes, the prediction. It's for the sake of the prediction.
Did you
Yes.
predict her to die?
No, I just said a student.
Gotcha.
Die.
Well, I mean, we got Bakugo, but I mean, let's be honest. He's gonna pull a fucking Inosuke and just like blast his
Move
organs
his
out of the
heart.
way.
Move his heart.
Dude, that'd be so
That's so
gross.
fucking dumb, dude.
Just be like
Like, I love Inosuke, but that is such a dumb way to make that happen. I learned how to move my heart.
But
what?
it's stupid enough to make sense for him. Like
Yeah,
that would be
yeah.
the most dumb shit to do for Bakugo, because
He's like, I swallowed the mice, the muscle mice, and they're inside me, moving my organs.
see, that would make more sense, honestly,
Yeah.
than being able to do it naturally. Muscle, muscle, muscle.
It's so dumb, dude. Ugh. Dude, if
or
you
midnight,
think
though.
these 3 episodes were intense, dude.
Yeah,
Holy
dude,
shit.
I'm literally like about to go fucking watch it after the podcast. I don't even care.
Holy shit.
I will say
Like,
there seems to be like some sort of like drama when it comes to this anime, though, because it seems like people are comparing the scenes in the anime to the ones to the manga, and the anime is missing like a lot of details and just the overall vibe and setting of this whole war arc doesn't really fit a line with it.
Feel how that manga felt.
Because from the panels I've seen, it's felt way darker, and there's so much more like just lines
Blood.
and just blood and sweat and tears and just people with just no pupils in their eyes and stuff. It was really intense.
Well,
Like,
yeah, like I'll agree with that, because I was looking forward to this Bakugo moment. This was like my number 2 moment in this entire arc was Bakugo getting stabbed, and I feel like they kind of dropped the ball with it a little bit.
I think it's
And
just
the manga panels are so good for that scene, man.
Yeah,
so good.
Well, I think that's just the consequence of reading something in manga format, because you can take your own time with it. You can pace it however you want, like, and you can listen to whatever music or think of whatever tunes that might be going on in the scene. So, you know, your experience with the manga version is going to be vastly different from the actual anime version of it. But yeah, I will say I was noticing some scenes that had much more detail in the manga, and it just didn't translate to the anime. But I still think they did a pretty good job with the war arc so far. They've pretty much hit all the notes, and I mean Shigaraki's just a huge menace now, and all the scenes that we need to see are here. I'm just excited to keep watching more of it.
Yeah, like I mean, just look at the emotion on this panel where he awakens. You can't really see it. Where he awakens, the Quirk awakening. Like, and then
Kind of see it, yeah.
Oh, and then when he gets stabbed, it's just so much more like visceral and violent.
Yeah.
So, and like Trav said, you can take your time while you're reading it, and you can be like,
well, because
and analyze everything, but
because you just be like,
yeah,
oh my, oh. But in the anime, it's just like 2 seconds pass and then the credits roll, because that's how that episode ended, with Bakugo getting penetrated by the big baddie. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I know something that's going to happen, and I don't know if it's in the next 3 or however many episodes.
Deku pulls out a gun
So
because he's in Fortnite now.
I mean, I already would have assumed that Gigantomachia is gonna get to Shigaraki. And so that's my prediction. And in terms of other things, there's something that I'm very excited to see and unfold, because I know it's going to happen, but I haven't seen it yet. So
yeah, the big prediction is Deku completely bodies everybody and then does the Fortnite dance over anyone with the victory royale.
I mean, well, in all honesty, I am excited because you were talking about like prominence burn is a super cool move. I am genuinely interested to see if we get to see Deku pull off a United States of Smash. I was saying Deku. Don't even fucking
Deku.
Don't even fucking start with me, Travis. You fucking piece of shit. I swear to God.
He threw something at the camera.
Yeah, because you got me all fucking flustered and frustrated.
He's just gone.
I didn't say
the
anything.
One time Josh tries to talk and chime into this fucking stream. Hey, at least I didn't remember his fucking name and I didn't stop and I couldn't say fucking David for like 7 seconds. All right?
True.
So I want to see the main protagonist, Deku, pull off a United States of Smash after he's done like the Wyoming and the Texas one. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I want to hear the long fucking wind up to him screaming for United States of Smash. That would be
okay. Which fight do you think is done better as of right now? This one, like as much as Midoriya has done, or the one where he fought the one dude with the mask, where he was like, what was it?
Muscular?
Overhaul.
Yeah, Overhaul.
The dude that
where he
abused
was
Eri?
like, when he was using Eri. Which one do you guys like more so far?
I
like that one more.
Overhaul, probably, because I like 1v1 fights more.
That fight was special. He did the fucking one punch man where then he multiplies his fist and just Overhaul's just like
Well, I think my favorite fight was the muscular one. That one was so freaking good. Because dude just kept trashing his arms. And still at the end of the day, he still got back up and kept using his arms.
Dude, the only thing I remember from the muscular fight is when the muscular, if I'm remembering this guy right, he made Midoriya do the fucking limbo, and he was like all the way on his fucking back of his head.
Up. Yeah. No, I would say my favorite fight is the fight between Bakugo and Deku when
Bakugo they were working out their problems.
Yeah, that's my favorite fight. But I like the fucking Overhaul fight too, because when Aries falling and Deku's running up the thing to catch her, that you don't like you say run with the vocals starts playing, and so it gives me chills every time.
Worry about a thing.
Oh, so good, man.
Yeah.
So, no. And Mirio I love Mirio and anything he's involved with. it just automatically goes up.
Happens if like the next episode
Of
of
this
this
episode.
episode, you just see Bakugo pierced, Endeavor on the ground, Todoroki with an ice cube in his hand, Midoriya floating in the air, Aizawa with one leg fucking hopping, wobbling away. You got Gran Torino on the ground, one leg burst, and you see Mirio just fucking jogging over.
I'm
Like, hey, yo,
coming,
guys,
guys.
I'm fucking back.
Coming with my peach.
Yeah, no,
It's all over, man. Don't you worry, I'm here.
Mirio's cool, but I don't understand. Like, if he was there and he was full power with his quirk, he wouldn't be able to help that much in this fight. I don't think, because he can't get
No
up in the air.
surfaces to go through. Yeah.
Well,
and he can't get up in the air.
Well, yeah, that and his like. Well, no, he gets shot out of the ground if he's like in it. So maybe he can do something with momentum, but the problem is he couldn't do any damage to Shigaraki.
Yeah.
Because, it takes Deku at 100%, all for one, or one for all, whatever the hell it is. I forgot. But to punch the shit out of him.
Bro, that was so cold when Bakugo did his fucking Gatling machine guns, and Shigaraki's just like, bitch, what?
Ow. Well, that was very nice.
Like a fly just bite me or something?
That's main villain potential.
Yeah.
You think you even have a inkling at how much power I have.
Oh, and I just I love the visual. I don't care what anime does it. When like the villain's fighting the main character and you're looking at the villain through the main character's eyes, and then another character just comes up behind him. Like to surprise him. Bakugo did that to Shigaraki this episode. I was like, fuck.
This episode.
It's fucking cool. I love it. The visuals in this fight is very good.
No, but just more good stuff from My Hero Academia.
It just gets better. It just gets better, more intense. These next couple episodes.
This episode.
I'm just waiting for the next intro.
That's what Yusuf looks forward to all the time.
Not the fucking
comic
book.
I don't know. I read something that they're only doing. Because you know how in My Hero they normally do 2 arcs per season, and they'll split the season into 2 halves. I read that they're only doing this like 13 episode arc.
Oh.
And then they're gonna wait a year and then do the next half.
I would just love. Well, yeah, take your time, because the material that's coming up after this is like, it's gonna be a much darker, like feeling. Not to say that this ends like in a sour note, but
so
the tension's definitely there later on.
We need to keep our eyes open, because if that is the case and they're done after 13, that means not next week, but the week after that, we'll only have 1 episode to talk about.
Well,
so
is what it is.
Yeah, better be bomb ass final episode.
But no, I mean, maybe they take some time to really fine tune the season 7, and I'd really like them to actually animate the vigilante like side story, because that's actually a pretty good story for My Hero universe.
They'll do that after they finish the main one.
Yeah, I mean, if they need filler, they definitely have that in their back pocket.
Yes,
because I think they ended that series off.
They finished it?
I think they did. Yeah, they're done with vigilantes. But I could be wrong. I haven't looked it up in a little bit.
Aizawa was very heavily involved in vigilantes, right?
Yep. In the first couple volumes, yeah. I don't really remember. I need to keep going through it. I'm like on like the 6th one, but I ended up rebuying the 6th one because I forgot which ones I had in my collection. So that's just a B. I just have 2 copies. Now I can read them both at the same time. Have like a dual screen setup, manga reading. Big Chad. All right. I think we're about out of stuff to talk about, though, for these episodes of My Hero, right? Unless there's any other predictions, guesses, honorable mentions you guys want to bring up. Because me and Mitch already know what's happening next, so it's more on Yusuf and Josh to kind of bring up their predictions.
And me and Josh already know what's going to happen, so it's up to Trav and Mitch to come up with their predictions.
So Bakugo dies.
So does Endeavor.
Yes.
Fucking towel is there to wipe up the blood.
The little fucking rodent
Aaron
ass
wins.
principal of UA is gonna come by and be like, "Damn,
God damn. Is that what bleeds out? Dude, wouldn't that just be a bitch if he just bled out right on the field?
Froppy's a UA trader.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. Todoroki's there to freeze his stub.
He's still there just to put
cauterize
ice
it.
in.
Either one."
No, he doesn't want to use his father's power for that.
No, he's got
no more violence.
The dude. He's got the portable eyedropper that'll just fucking lubricate his stump.
Fucking wash a stump.
Okay, but with that, we are going to be ending this episode of this episode podcast. So whoever hung out, thank you for hanging out. Hope you guys have a good rest of your week, and we will catch you in the next one. Roll the outro. Huh?
On the next episode of this episode, Trav, Josh, Mitch, and Yusuf discuss episodes 8 through 10 of Chainsaw Man. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to never miss any new episodes. Also, follow us on Spotify at This Episode Podcast. You can also watch us live at twitch.tv/Dutchry every Monday night. And always